Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Hefty, hefty, hefty. I've been building tomato cages. Well, just one. I had a concept in my mind for a tomato cage that would, one, encase a very long tomato plant. Most years, my tomato plants spill all over my yard, and then I get a bug dead at the center, and the bug kills it. So I came up with an alternative plan. I built this cage big enough to stick my hand in and get anything out of there I want. And it's long and kind of narrow so that the tomato is forced, because you realize the tomato is a vine, forced to grow up instead of out. I'd say this thing is about 7 feet tall. I'm I'm just short of 6 foot, and I'd say it's about a foot taller than me, maybe a little bit more. And that way, no matter how big the tomato plant gets, I will be able to still get at the root and kill the bug that starts right at the base. And so that's why I made this one and continuing to use these. I have to admit, I started my first 2 tomato plants with these because I had these. But I find that every year they fall over, they become a mess, the tomatoes grow up and out of them and take over my yard. I found that these kind of tomato towers are actually better growing a shorter plant like my peppers or my squash here. The squash are doing pretty good. I'm still fighting the powdery mildew, but the fight, I'm winning. In particular with this plant and that plant. I believe the yellow leaves are a sign that I need to add more nitrogen to the soil, and so I will do that today. And this one is just wimping out, so this one will get nitrogen and a full fertilizer. But the cages definitely do better, I think, holding that in, because that plant doesn't get that big. Another project I've been working on is this. This is an old compost container. I use this to hold my compostables. I don't know if that's a real word. Before we put them in the worm bins. Well, I'm changing how I'm going to do my vermiculture, so I decided to take these old and make these into a different version of these. I'm so loving these because these are mobile. I can move them around the yard. The plants seem to be doing very well. Look how big that one is. I'm ready to eat my first salad, I think. I can spin them around so everybody gets sun. Hi, Mr. Ladybug. You can't escape me. Oh, I'm sorry. Distracted. And I know why. Look at all the aphids down there. Yuck. Grody. Ladybug's trying to get a meal on. Anyway, and avoid the spiders in there. Anyway, this is doing lovely. Lovely for starting my lettuce. Not starting, for growing my lettuce. So I would like a couple more bins because I eat a salad every day and this is just not enough. So I started making these. I like this because it's got a little hole. Rather than me having to cut up cups too, I didn't like that line. I used something that I'd already had, which were these, so I'm recycling something that I already recycled. That means double use, double recycling. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to put a plant in each hole. I left no holes on the back because I'm going to take the back and put it up against the wall. in the shade by on the other side of my house. And I've been working on that. And I think that's going to work real well. I'm going to have some beautiful plants. And my goal is actually make a series of these bigger, with a bigger bucket, some 55-gallon drums that I have to make a strawberry tower, because my ultimate goal is strawberries. Up to now, I've been composting like this. But I don't know if you can see this. This is a bug trap. It's horrible. Lots and lots of bugs in it. It takes too long. It doesn't stay wet. And it just takes too long. It's just blah. And so my goal is to create a new version with a 55-gallon drum. The ultimate goal, because we're still working on it, is I've taken this pallet, oops, and I've taken a 55-gallon drum. I've cut a door in it, and it can be open and closed. I haven't scored the back yet to make it easier. Now, we ran into some problems. We're unable to get these screws flush. Can you see that they're standing out? There you are. We also put on the inner piece of wood in the wrong place. See how this has a lip to keep it from going in? Well, I made this, there's a piece of wood underneath, and I made it flush. So we're going to have to take off this wood and push it back and then readjust the lock, and that's why it's not complete. The other thing I did wrong is see, I'm using rollers so I can roll it on this old pallet that I have. I need to put the rollers up higher. It won't go all the way around. It hits the lock. But this is perfect because I'll be able to move it, and I can kind of show you it spins. Just having a few logistic issues. Let's see if I can spin it again. So we're going to have to take the rollers up, put them on blocks, and raise it up a little bit. And we're going to have to take apart all this wood here. And I believe that I'm going to cut along here. And I have some door hinges. Put another piece of wood there, another piece of wood here, and screw into the wood and create a door hinge. But I'm actually kind of pleased with what we've gotten so far, considering this is my first time making one.